Skinheads. While some may consider them a passing trend, others may see them as hooligans, disaffected and without aim, terrorizing others with their racist political views. A subculture that never fails to make waves in mainstream media, this documentary aims to delve deeper into what it means to be a skinhead in Singapore. Short cropped hair, Fred Perry shirts, big leather boots and braces, the trademark look of being a skinhead.
Okay, hi, my name is Fala and I have a band called The Ruction and I'm the bassist.
I'm Molly and I'm the vocalist of The Ruction. This culture was actually brought from the working power. So working class people. When they were dockers, they are shippers, or they have short crop hair where, you know, when they work with machineries, they can't have long hair and all that. Yeah.
As in most street cultures, aside from sharing a similar fashion sense, it also identifies itself with its own music.
We listen to ska, reggae, a bit of dubskank maybe, then punk, soul
music, yeah.
hardcore, metal. Music is universal. We listen to any music, but at the end of the day, always still keep us going.
Many have even started their own bands to give a voice to the rest of the scene. Namely The Boys, a skinhead band known for their anti-racism theme in their Oi music.
We were eager to make a band. We just wanted to do something for the scene at the same time, voice out our opinion on, you know, life, you see. So we did a cover of his song Suburban Rebels. And that very first song we played, halfway through the song, I just said to myself, this is the band.
The Boys were formed in 2000 and have since toured around Europe, Indonesia and Malaysia. While in Malaysia, however, the band encountered the Boneheads, a branch of the movement who are racist, Nazi-worshipping radicals that have made a name for themselves as the face of skinheads globally.
Our band, we preach against racism. So we stand for SHARP, which is called Skinhead Against Racial Prejudice. What we stand for is what the Boneheads don't stand for. And they don't belong to the skinhead culture. No, they are not skinheads at all. They dress like us, they listen to Oi music, but they will never be us.
However, to further understand the subculture, we must first go back to the roots. The subculture first started in Britain with the mods. They were first characterized by their dapper dress sense and affinity to Vespa scooters.
In the 60s, there were the hard mods. And during that time, in UK, there were a lot of immigrants from Jamaica. So they came over to the UK, migrated to the UK, they brought their music with them as well, which is reggae music. You know, so these hard mods go to the same place to listen to the Jamaican music with the Jamaican people, you see. And they got into that music, so that is where it evolves into skinhead.
But how did a British subculture travel so far from its origins all the way to Singapore? It was never documented how the skinhead culture managed to grow here in Singapore, but it was believed that it was spread through word of mouth within the already established punk community, as well as privately published magazines that were circulated within the underground scene at the time.
My name is Wansha and I'm 35 years old this year. I'm currently self-employed and I used to write the Lion City fanzine. I think around the mid-80s, the punks were the first who started to emerge in Singapore. During those times, information about skinheads and punks was very hard to get. So I had contacts from Europe and different parts of Asia, and I would be interviewing those guys. What we would talk about is actually the bands and how strong the skinhead scene over their part of the country is. What bands are still playing, what bands have stopped playing. Basically having that basic information onto paper where the local punks and skinheads could have a read.
But of course, there are two sides to every coin. Within the subculture, there are those who have strayed from the original anti-racist stance of the skinheads after right-wing British politics swayed a handful of them.
We started in the 80s with this band called Screwdriver. The vocalist called Ian Stewart. He's like a modern day Hitler. So he started this movement called Blood and Honor. The movement is like everywhere in Europe, UK. Before that, it was just reggae music, love, peace.
And although these radicals are not prevalent in Singapore, they are very much established abroad.
Our neighbors have this Nazi crew and stuff like that, so they hated us because we always go to Malaysia that time to play shows, you see. So yeah, they hated us and they blamed us for dividing the scene and whatever.
But what about the individuals behind the subculture? Beneath their menacing appearance, there is definitely more than meets the eye. Baba is a freelance personal trainer and also DJs on the side apart from playing in his band.
Monday to Friday, it's all about working in the gym. I can start at 6 a.m, I can end at 9 or 10 p.m. So from boot camp to gyms to boot camp. And Friday, Saturday, I'll become the devil. I just go out and party hard with my friends. Sunday normally is just a chill out day for me. Family day, basically. I decided to follow this culture in the late 90s because one of my friends got me listening to this band called The Oppressed. So they were singing all about reality, there's no bullshit, there's no chasing rainbows and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So what attracted me is the sense of identity, the music, the passion that the skinheads have, the passion about the music, the passion about dressing up, looking good, and the brotherhood that we have. The brotherhood that we have was very strong, still very strong. So that's one of the reasons as well that brought me into the skinhead culture.
The common belief is that youths are drawn to this subculture just for the music and the tough guy facade that comes with it. However, with time and age, fashion will fade. What usually makes people stick around is the brotherhood that bonds them and their shared ideologies.
Before I started out, I was just another kid on the streets. So I'm just like following the flow, If the wind blows west, I'll move to the west. Wind blows east, I'll follow to the east. So I got no direction until I got to know about skinhead. It teaches you to be disciplined. It teaches you to survive in this cruel world. It made me stronger. I don't even imagine at this age and time I'm doing this well. So skinhead is part of it. It's helping me in a lot of ways.
Despite the negative portrayal of skinheads in the media, as well as the misjudgment they receive from others outside the subculture, many still hold firm to their beliefs and even say that being a skinhead has improved their lives.
Those older skinheads were our brothers too. I mean, like I'm the youngest among them, and they give me advice.
I think being in a skinhead culture has taught me to become a better person.
It's like a religion to me. It's like everything that I have in my life is all about skinhead.
It really built us as not just as men, also as a skinhead also.
I think it made us become stronger because we had gone through a lot of hardship together as friends, in the underground scene.
There was too much things going on in my life. Maybe it's a midlife crisis or something. So I decided to leave skinhead by removing my skinhead tattoo behind. I even told my best friend, my good friend, very, very good brother, Nick Hobbs. He was the first one to know about this. I said, look, Nick, I'm going to remove my skinhead tattoo. A lot of things is happening. I want to leave this scene, It's just to me at the moment. He said, he himself said with his own words, knowing you will always be this. Don't remove the skinhead tattoo or you will regret it. And honestly, I regret removing that tattoo. I've never told him that because if I told him that, he will laugh in my face. That's how he is. So if he sees this interview documentary, let him have a good laugh about that. All right, but yeah, I can't leave this thing anymore. It's just in me. No matter what, it will always be. It's like every day I will think about something that has got to do with skinhead life. You know, be it the music definitely. Every day is skinhead reggae or oi, that's the music I listen to. My brothers were all skinhead, so I think years to come it will still be the same me.
A myriad of cultures paints our social fabric. They give us all an identity. As with the skinheads, this is their identity, their way of life. And although they may have been branded a certain way, there is much more to uncover under the skin.